Not every shot is under the perfect conditions. The clock is ticking, and the only objective is to execute at the highest level. 200 teams have been chosen from an elite group of worldwide competitors. These shooters come from all over the world, from all walks of life, amateurs and professionals, recreation and exhibition shooters. They each look to prove themselves amongst the best, working in two-man or woman teams as they endure the 10 stages of the Vortex Mammoth Sniper Challenge.
Welcome back to the MSC Ballistics Center. Today is going to be an exciting day for sure, Dan. It's cold and it's icy out there at Fort Gordon, and the teams are sleep deprived, worn out both mentally and physically, and on top of it, they're freezing their asses off.
That's right, they are, Tim. And this being the last day of competition, and let's face it, the most difficult, we will see what teams actually put the training in to make it through. With more teams dropping out yesterday and overnight due to the severe weather, today is the day we're gonna slap the belt on somebody.
And what makes it more interesting this year is that we are still only 20 points separating first and fifth place. We definitely have the possibility of an upset here this year.
With only 2 stages left and a massive 5-mile uphill ruck, teams will really have to dig deep and utilize all their skills. That final ruck was your idea, wasn't it, Tim?
I don't know what you're talking about, Dan, and not to change the subject, but let's head out to Kelsey covering one of my favorite stages of the match, one-handed, as we kick off the championship day.
Welcome to stage 9, one-handed. Teams will have 4 minutes to complete this stage. Both shooters will begin in the prone position, with the secondary shooter engaging 5 orange targets before the primary shooter will engage 5 white targets. Targets are ranged between 700 and 900 yards. The shooters will then repeat the sequence in the same order while having one of their hands neutralized. Total maximum points for this stage is 50. With a maximum round count of 25 per shooter. Any targets hit in the one-handed position will be worth 2 points for a maximum of 10 per shooter.
Run it!
Hey guys, I'm back with Hammer and Fear, and they just shot this last stage. How did it go?
Not well, and that's not what we were expecting, honestly. Something's going on that we don't fully understand. I mean, they're pretty small targets and at a decent range, 700, 900 yards, but we do this stuff back home and then pretty consistent at it. So something's going on that we didn't understand, and we kind of just kept doing the same thing over and over again. And
yeah, we fell into the rut. I mean, after shooting it, we got some time to talk, and was like, oh, we should have done this, we should have done that. But it did not go well, but we learned something and a couple of things. We definitely got to not get into the rut, not continue to do the same thing over and over and over. But when it's new to you and you're on the clock, that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, and you haven't slept much in 3 days.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big part of this competition is whether you do poorly or great at a stage, you still have to drive on and press forward because you have a next stage coming up, right? So a lot of that is positive mental attitude and staying focused. So in terms of what you guys could have done better, do you have an idea? Did the RSO maybe give you some insight or like?
So we talked to a couple other guys who were more experienced. They said if that's happening, shoot one into the dirt close to the target, and then you can see if you're short, if you're far, if you're left, if you're right, and then we could have made a more educated guess instead of just shooting all around the target and
it's happened to me before. I totally know what you mean. Yeah, and I had to learn the same way. I would ask, and then you learn from experience of others. So definitely. Well, thank you guys for sharing, and I'm excited to see you guys cross the finish line. So be positive.
Yep, we will. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Why is it one of my favorite stages, Dan? Well, simply strategy. The teams rucking tripods all these miles surely made the right decision for justifying the extra weight, while others, just with sticks or using bipods, are being challenged.
Won't all that extra weight hurt them on that last ruck to the final stage?
I don't know, Dan, but I just heard we just had 2 more drops because of it. Let's head on down to Kelsey once again for the epic final ruck and stage of Mammoth 2020.
Push it out, push it out. Well done, well done. Congratulations.
Come on, down! What? Is that you? And who was talking about getting those shirts in boot camp?
You guys, I am here with Team Unhealthy Bromance, and you guys just finished the final ruck of day 3, the final challenge. Yes, the Big Kahuna.
5 miles of awesome.
How does it feel?
Relief. Yeah. Hitting the asphalt is something I look forward to for 5 miles.
Absolutely. And you guys have another shooting session to do here, and then you're done.
Yeah, one more shooting stage, but for all intents and purposes, I don't, unless they tell us something crazy, I don't think it's a high round count. Probably some kind of team drill or something, just hey, it's still a shooting match. But yeah, that final ruck is kind of big. The weekend builds to it.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel overall about your performance altogether and where you're standing right now in terms of competition?
I haven't paid attention. We never pay attention.
You're having too much fun.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a mixture of emotions.
We've definitely shot far better on many other occasions.
This match isn't about having like perfect runs or the best shooting you do. It's surviving and getting as many points as you can. We know based on kind of having shot together before, like we've left a lot of points on the table. So for us, it's like we said from the start, don't get down about it. It's gonna suck for everybody. Everybody's got shooting. The light's bad, the fog's up, things like that. It's get the points you can. Shoot your game. Don't worry about anybody else, because if you start worrying about it, then you're not focused on what you need to do, and you're falling that much further behind.
Once those rounds are downrange, you can't get them back. Just move on to the next one.
absolutely. And last question before we go. So I know that you guys do some pre-training in terms of your own education. Is there a way that we can like follow you and get involved in that, or is there a website or anything?
So don't have the website up right now, but SG Concepts is our company name that does that. We've got parked in a few places online. If you look at SG Concepts, just Google search that. Team Dynamics class is the name of the class for this type of stuff. It's a process. It's getting going for us. It's not our full-time job. We love what we do. It's just something that a couple times a year get together and kind of just share what we know.
Well, I think that's wonderful because our other team, Hammer and Fear, they took your guys' class and they say that it's really, they've done a lot better because they took your class and prepared for it. So I think it's awesome to be able to share that. And thank you guys so much for sharing all that you did throughout this weekend. It's been truly valuable. I believe that this is the most information that's ever been shared about this competition, and it's great to share knowledge. And thank you guys so much for your input, your experience, and you guys are great. You're awesome. Congratulations.
What is patriotism? To many, it's being proud of the greatest nation on earth. It's serving a nation that's a force for good, or serving a community to keep it safe. It's citizens appreciating law enforcement, and law enforcement appreciating those they serve. It's unapologetically speaking your mind. It's being faithful to the founding principles of our nation. Patriotism in this country is good, and this will defend. What an epic finish for the Grunt Style Vortex Mammoth Sniper Challenge.
Well, Tim, who's taking the belt home this year?
Starting the Tough Man Division, first place with 280 points, we have Sean Murphy and Greg Hamilton. Coming in a close second, Daniel Posey and Bill Graytalk with 270 points. Alan Jaworski, Matthew Gillenberger with 265 points, securing third place. Justin St. John and Ben Flenor, 248 points. Man, that's really close. And Andy Slade and Bryce Urick, Andy Slade being former champion, coming in fifth place with 238 points. And in the regular division, we have Scott Whitehead and Joe Burdick taking first place with a commanding lead of 254 points. Jonathan Simpler and Evan Page coming in with 242. Jim C. and Isaiah Curtis closing out third with 221 points. Zach Meyer and Nick Meyer, 157 in fourth place. And closing out fifth place in the regular division, Matthew Baird and Nicholas Rudd with 104 points. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, as we sign off here at the MSC Ballistics Center. In just a few days, Mammoth 2022 will be stepping off. And yes, we promise we'll have episodes out faster next year.
What will this Mammoth bring? Who's going to take home the top spot? I don't know, but one thing I do know, Tim, is we got rid of the regular division. Because let's face it, we like to see teams suffer and drop out.
That's right. There you have it. From all of us here at the Ballistic Sports Center at Grunt Style headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, we'll see you at the Grunt Style Vortex Mammoth Sniper Challenge 2022.